As you can see, this video was mad intense. But we're gonna talk about that on day 2 of Bike Life Reflections and Lessons. Something different, have a little fun, right? First thing I want to talk about in this vid, for one, if you ever was to see me posting anything like this, there had to be a reason behind that. I'm not just posting vids like that just to show off or to antagonize the police or any way. Still to this day, you've never ever seen me say on this video, on any video, F the police. They may do things that I may not agree with, as we do as well. I'm not going to disrespect them and say certain things like that. Even though they've been doing some crazy things, I've been through some crazy situations out there. In this particular event, I was posting this because later, I think that day, when the person that was on the scooter with me, he ended up getting caught, and they let him go with the ticket. They explained to him that the driver of that scooter was an a-hole because he basically rammed our truck, and they were specifically after me after that one occasion. And I was like, what you mean? Y'all deliberately driving down the road, y'all put up a barrier, y'all hit me. That's how I felt. So I told one of the officers the next day when some stuff happened, I told him to his face, like, I was blunt with you, like, yo, this is what happened. Like, how y'all moving is not right. It's it's definitely foul, especially under the laws that you guys had. So me posting this was kind of a message to them. Now, I believe because that happened, the next year, supposedly they were saying they wasn't supposed to chase because of what happened in that video or what other events happened. Me personally, I'm pretty sure there's other things going on as well that helped with that situation, but from my understanding from a few people, that's what was said. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but that's just from my perspective. Watching that video is tough sometimes for me because it brings up two things. First thing, watching it, it's a thrill there, like, yo, like, I remember that. I remember being in that situation. And then another part is like, yeah, I remember that situation. And it come with a lot of deep feelings because when people say, don't panic, some people ain't ever been in situations like this where you really gotta slow yourself down and think about what you're doing, because there's no room for error, and your safety's on the line, and you're no telling what's gonna happen when you get caught, and you gotta how to protect yourself. There's so many things that happen. So you gotta be careful, you gotta be cautious. Also with the situation, I want to say be careful with who you bring around you, who you bring to your crib, who you're talking to, communicating. Be very cautious and aware, because I believe the person that was coming around our Airbnb during that time was a person that led them to us. And I got my reasons to believe that, and it happened in 2 occasions, actually 3. And find out later my thoughts were correct. That's a whole different topic, whole different video. But when we pulled off, the feeling, you just feel that something was off. You know, people always talking about don't panic, but a lot of people have not been in situations like this where your life is literally on the line, and sometimes your bike may not be able to keep up. Sometimes the people you're around may not have that same calmness that you have. So you gotta, again, raise your awareness, keep your composure, stay calm. In this situation, I had to make a decision. because I knew where I was going. I was leading the pack. You know what I just realized here? It was two riders that was new. And they took off first going to the right. But if they would have followed the leader of that pack that day, we would have been on course going the right direction. The people that went to the right followed the leader that day, not the two on the four-wheeler. The leader followed the two on the four-wheeler just to make sure they was cool. Then everybody else followed suit. It's important. If you're not from that area and you're following the pack leader, follow that pack leader for a reason. Stay behind him. And you'll be cool. But the moment you start going your own direction in a city where you don't know where you're going, or even GPS or where the pack is, where the direction is, then it causes issues. In them situations where when you out in the pack with riders, you'll get hit with moments where it's going to test your character. What type of man, what type of young man are you? What type of woman are you? In this type of moment, I've seen everybody going right. I could have easily let them just go and be free. Mind you, I'm on a scooter. I'm on a legal scooter. Although it may not have been registered at the time. Or no tag. Yeah, you know. But I had a decision to make. I can go meet the big pack, or I can turn around and go be there with my people I'm with, my family, with the bike culture. Although I know I may not make it out of here. So I made the decision to go that way. Because I know, for one, most of these guys, well, all of them out there were basically experienced riders. Nothing but faith in all of them, except one. One was a new person. He didn't really know the rules like that. So I was more so worried about him more than anything. Although I've only known him for 2 days, I'm more so like, all right, he will be the one to get caught. But because, again, if we in a pack, we all out here together. We all riding out together. We all go home together. It's just a family. It's what we do. So I get back in the fire as I'm watching. Honestly, the scooter only go like 45, 50 miles an hour, especially with a passenger on your bike. I'm watching everything happen like, yo, I'm in the middle of a gauntlet. But staying calm, but also thinking about the situation, you have to analyze everything on a calm mind because, again, one mistake can take your freedom away quickly. And I remember making a left turn. I only made the left turn after analyzing that one person that I turned back for. Mainly turned back for. I knew he wouldn't be able to make it. He went a whole different direction, so I turned his way to make sure that he was okay. And usually, back in the old days, whenever we went to ride outs and we got situations like this, the four-wheelers will always block the police off so the dirt bikes can get away. In this situation, he didn't know that knowledge. I'm on a scooter, my guy. Like, I'm going slow as ever. You got a four-wheeler. You can block traffic off of me. Let me bounce. I know he's not there, so I kind of put myself in the fire just to make sure he could. But put myself in the fire put me in a place of real fire. And this is where that no panic situation come in. Because even talking about it, I remember just hearing the truck like on your tail. And getting hit by the truck on your scooter, like just to keep that balance alone is no joke. Like no joke at all. So I know for me it's not about speed. Situations like that. But you can only maneuver so much in it. I'm on long streets down there. And I'm on a slow bike with a passenger, with cameras in my head. I'm like, bro, this one of them situations where I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here today. but I know I have somebody that's with me. And on top of that, if I get caught and these police hit me, like, I'm gonna act out, especially if I got hit in my face. So I'm like, getting caught ain't an option. Stay calm, do not panic. But dang, it was definitely, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of them situations where I felt scared slightly. Because I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I cannot let that fear prohibit me from moving forward and making good, calm decisions. So I remember making that turn. And then I'm feeling the cop on this side. I'm like, yo, we got, all right, I'm at the Huey. Hit the Huey. And I almost fell. Literally almost fell, hitting almost hit my front brake on the grass. And it slipped slightly. Turned around, I was like, all right, you can get up out of here. And at that time, I'm like, all right, I want these guys to know I'm not no bad guy. Like, y'all came at me crazy. I'm on a illegal bike, but the way y'all acting, y'all out for blood. Like, what's up with y'all? I felt like in that time, I wouldn't have had that option to even explain that. I'm trying to figure out how to really get out of this in a safe way, because I ain't got nothing illegal. I ain't got nothing illegal on me. I'm out here just riding a bike. So I remember getting hit for that second time. And then went up again. I'm like, yo, it's about to be over. And my passenger was like, Bell. I'm like, Bell, tripping. Tripping. So I remember I got stuck. Slammed on the brakes. Now this the part that really brought reality to me. I hit the brakes. I remember my camera dropped, it fell on my lap. The last thing I saw was like the string from my camera. Went to go pick it up, but then I took a glance up and all I see is the cop with the gun pointed directly at my face. So you can only imagine the PTSD I'm going through. I already got shot in the face from point blank range, and then this cop is pointing the gun at me in the face. At that time for me, I'm like, oh, F the camera, I'm out. And it happened so quickly. This survival instincts kicked in. And as I'm leaving, I know my passenger, there's always no man left behind. In that situation, I was thinking about that. I was like, dang, I gotta leave him, because he had jumped off or fell off. I don't really know what happened. But if my passenger fell off, I'm like, I can't leave him behind. Like, this is not what the culture is. If you're in any type of event like this, you don't leave nobody behind. But again, sometimes you have to weigh your options. The situation, I was like, if I was a dip, I've been in his shoes already, because I've been locked up in Compton as a passenger. I was a camera guy.
Breaking news right now. This is a motorcycle pursuit near South LA. Gil Davis is live in News Chopper 4. Gil.
Kathy, you're not going to believe this. This is one of the more wildest pursuits that we've had. This is a quad runner here, but I can tell you that there was multiple vehicles being chased. In fact, there were motorcycles, multiple motorcycles being chased by the CHP. Now, this has been going on for the last 15 minutes at least, but you can see this chase continuing here with one of the vehicles, or that quad runner with two people on board. Look at that, right through that stop sign going into the major here.
Breaking news right now. This is a motorcycle pursuit near South LA. Gil Davis is live in News Chopper 4. Gil.
Kathy, you're not going to believe this. This is one of the more wildest pursuits that we've had. This is a quad runner here, but I can tell you that there was multiple vehicles being chased. In fact, there were motorcycles, multiple motorcycles being chased by the CHP. Now, this has been going on for the last 15 minutes at least, but you can see this chase continuing here with one of the vehicles, or that quad runner with two people on board. Look at that, right through that stop sign going into the major here. This is going to be acting like he's going to yield, and he is. He's given up. Oh, down on the ground. It's over.
Wow.
That's it. They both surrendered.
Hands behind your head. You've been taking pictures the whole time. I've been watching you.
Yes.
I've been behind you for the last 20 minutes, right?
When I locked up as a passenger, they couldn't really charge me with nothing. They ended up hitting me with conspiracy to a crime. They ended up letting me go and then going back and dropping all the charges. In this situation, I'm like, all right, if I dip, he's gonna be cool. I know he's solid, ain't nothing with him, he's gonna be all right. Fast forward later, he was cool, let him go. They gave him a ticket, which really couldn't charge with nothing, like I thought. But it was eating me alive, and as I was out there, I'm riding around the day like, yo, I'm pissed because I don't know if my guy got caught or not. I don't know what they did to him. That's eating me alive. But I talked to him like a half hour later, and it made my day. I was like, all right, now my conscience is clear because I dipped on my mess, but I already knew it was like 2 cops behind me, and I didn't know where the heck I was. And I knew he'd be cool. But main thing, I'm posting this vid today. Let's put the blessings and lessons out there of like, sometimes things are going to get crazy out there. And if you're not calm, if you're not handling the things properly, you could lose your life or end up losing your life in a jail cell for a while. Also, with even posting footage like this, I even thought about it a couple times, but it's like, yo, you basically like incriminating yourself. But how I stand behind it, I would never have posted it if that police department didn't come at me the way they did. Because again, I'm all about giving respect to others. Sometimes we may not get that, but I'm going to be the bigger person. Like, I'm going to listen. I know you in this field, but things can be handled a lot better. If you don't want to do it, let me be the person to show you by actions on how to handle things respectfully. But putting that out there is a big toss-up. I felt like I had enough courage to do it. And again, this is not against the police down there. If y'all ever was to see this, there's something that came straight from the heart with this one because of what happened and how much I felt mistreated at the time. I was extremely mistreated by the government and how they was moving. It was pissing me off. So for me, I moved that way by posting that. Yeah, so that's it. Again, this is day 2 of Black Life Reflections and Lessons. Yeah, peace and love. See y'all tomorrow.